Okay, little update on the build on the engine here. Ran it, got it kind of broke in, thought it was long enough, and figured let me start tuning the carbs out and getting everything synced in, get the timing and everything, and look at the plugs. It's real rich on the idle. On these, anybody who doesn't know, on Weber carburetors, the idle circuit runs almost up to 30,000 RPM. Um, Somewhere between 2,500 and 3,000. You can kind of adjust it a little bit with some little tricks, but um, so the idle jet controls all that. The idle mixture is literally just that, just at idle. It's just doing that, so it doesn't contour anything. The I changed out the emulsion tubes from F2s to F11s. That kind of changes the distribution of fuel throughout the RPM arc a bit. It's a big mystery, but F11s work really good on Volkswagens, especially the smaller engines. I left the main and the air jet the same. Changed a 65 idle jet down to a 55 and got it idled down to about 1,000 RPM. Got the timing, started the dance between the idle mixture, best lean mix, and your RPM and everything. This little dance you have to do. And it was sounding pretty good, and it died. I kind of ran out of some fuel, and I never could get it started. It just didn't seem to want to start again. And I went through all this process. You go through everything, right? You just start from the littlest, simplest thing you can think of, and you walk through each step in the system, and it just wouldn't do anything. And there's a few things I did. I got a couple of the cylinders rewired, and the multiple times that I was plugging and unplugging stuff and checking the fuel and all that. That was another thing. Is during that time I discovered that the right down in that little puppy right there sticking out the side, the accelerator nozzle there was not squirting, not a drop of fuel. All four barrels were dead. Okay, that's a problem. Let me think. Went through all that, and of course, I was getting fuel all the way in the bowls. Pressure, everything's good. The thing is, two things happened. One, clamp on distributor was not as tight as should be, and it popped up. There's a spring in there between the drive and the distributor. It kind of puts tension on it, keeps it from flopping around, and it was not clamped down enough. It pushed that distributor up, and while I was timing it, the rotor was turning. So I never noticed it until late in the game. I finally was doing spark tests and was getting weird stuff there, so then I discovered it. The second thing is I ran out of purple drink, the purple stuff for this, and I had this backup juice. Comes in a little quart can, and it's a race fuel concentrate you mix with regular gas, and you can make 110 octane fuel. And it was literally that. It was just in case of emergency. So I used some of it, and in the process of doing all the fuel stuff, I pulled a main jet stack out just to be sure there was fuel in the carburetor, and it was, and I ran my finger across the stack, and it was gooey. It's like tape. So I'm like, and there's a bit of the stuff right there in that little squirt bottle. I was trying to get it fired when they weren't doing nothing. And sitting here, it kind of leaked a little bit out and dripped. I don't know if you'll be able to see this or not. But right there, man. That right there, I'm running my finger across. Like, this is kind of gooey. That right there is like shellac. I could wipe this off with carb cleaner, but it's hard. So, word to the wise, if you're getting fuel, race fuel concentrate, ultra, or whatever that stuff's called, don't. Don't do it. And I had to drive all the way up to Somerset today after Veterans Day. I didn't know if they were open. Went to Cornette's. Good old Cornette's up there. Their machine shop, general machine shop, closed down. And the race shop in the back was still open. And I had messaged them and asked them if they still had 110 at the gas pump. They had a gas pump around back. And when I got up there, gas pump was gone. I got a message back, said yes, that they do. Gas pump is gone. I went inside. Guy had one can of 110 sitting in the floor there, and got a free Sunoco hat while I was at it. But he threw that in. And a bit pricey at $20 a gallon. But I got me 5 gallon of that. And so we're back in business, and I'm working on just doing some things on the fuel line down there. I'm going to put a shutoff valve at the tank, and so if ever needed to, I could just shut that fuel off right at the tank, pull a line and drain it and stuff, and anyway, that's it. That's hopefully we get some. I'm going to try and run. Literally, I'm putting some fresh gas in it. I'm going to pump it up. I'm going to put a bunch of seafoam in there, a strong dose of that. Give it a double and see if it'll kind of flush that stuff out. If not, carburetors coming off. Got to soak them, clean them. Yeah. Anyway, there it is, guys. Sorry for a long video.